Let's get into feedback from real people. So keep in mind that these are individuals who have done the hCG diet, who wrote into me and shared with me their experience with using lipo and or B12 shots in conjunction with their round of hCG. And as you'll see, I'm including both yep hCGers, people who felt that they helped, and nope hCGers, people who didn't feel any difference from using them. Overall, in my poll, 2/3 of the people who responded did feel a significant difference, and 1/3 felt like there was no difference. Yep hCGer 1. I had energy. I've tried hCG with and without lipo shots. I swear by them, and I don't think I would have made it through my round without them. That's from Vani. Yep hCGer 2. I'm on a round right now. I've done the hCG program many times. I bought my injections with both B12 and lipo through New Image, thanks to you and your discount. Thank you, Razel. I'm hypothyroid, so maintaining my goal weight is extremely hard for me, hence the repeated rounds. Plus, I'm a sugar addict. I tried New Image one time before, but all my other rounds I used sublingual drops. Anyhow, big time difference with the added B12 and lipo. Big time, all caps. More energy and no first week withdrawals from reduced calories and carb withdrawal. Cost more, but if you need the added help, I highly recommend. I struggled in the last 2 years maintaining my weight, and each time I started the hCG program in the last 2 years, I couldn't get past the first week due to carb withdrawal and feeling very tired. The first time I tried New Image injections, I didn't get the added B12, and wow, what a difference if you struggle. Sarah. Yep hCGer 3. Yes, I have been using the B12 with lipo, and I see a huge difference in energy, hunger, and losses. I'm in my 5th round, and I think my body over the years, or maybe old age, became used to this way of eating. This seems to have taken me back to almost the same as my first rounds. I don't see major losses on the lipo days, but I do tend to see them the following day. I did several rounds RX sublingual with a local doctor, and I had good losses in energy levels too versus plain injections, but still hunger. It could be due to my body not being as used to hCG then, but now adding it to the injections, I'm seeing those results again and even better losses. So something there, I think? Susan. Yep hCGer 4. I did use the MIC/lipo shots from New Image and the Ultra Burn afterwards. By the way, Ultra Burn is lipo shots for phase 3. New Image specifically offers those. I did notice more energy and also feel like I had more fat loss. A lot of days I didn't even eat 500 calories, and in previous rounds I would have no energy at all and feel really lethargic. When I did the lipo/MIC along with the hCG, I never felt that way, and I woke up each morning with huge amounts of energy. I lost more inches during phase 3 when I used the Ultra Burn than other rounds. Also, I did want to note my rounds were usually 40 to 42 days, not 21. Kim. So that's kind of helpful there. Yep hCGer 5. I used the B12 lipo methylcobalamin shots during my injection rounds, and I felt more energy, and I also noticed that I didn't experience as much hair loss compared to my previous drops rounds. Bear in mind that the hair loss and the low energy levels on previous rounds could have been from doing the drops. As you know, I'm not a fan of the drops now that I have experienced the huge difference between them and the injections. I do not feel that the B12 aided in any additional weight loss. I tried the B12 cyanocobalamin, which is the cheaper, slightly less absorbable form of B12, and did not like them as they burn a lot during injection. That has a little bit to do with what they're mixed with, so that could change depending on where you get your B12 from. The methylcobalamin are great and pain-free. Just my humble opinion. Denise. Yep hCGer 6. I take MIC/B complex lipo injections Monday, Wednesday, and Friday all through my 40-day round and still have some left over, and the doc told me to take them until I run out, and I still have half a bottle left. I was never tired on P2 and never felt run down. I will take them again on my next round. Beth. Yep hCGer 7. I have used the Ultra Burn, again, lipo injections for phase 3, during phase 3 and found that I continued to lose weight. I like having them in this phase as it keeps me on track to not overeat. Have done them 3 times and will keep using them. Just started another round this week and will do the Ultra Burn again. I love them. Moderation is key, but staying close to the 800 calories was also in mind while on the Ultra Burn. For me, I'm always self-conscious about what I eat. If I cheat, I figure out the calories I'm over and then jump on my elliptical, setting the program to ensure I work them off. This is pretty much how I managed on the Ultra Burn. Not taking it, I noticed a change as well as gaining only a pound in 4 to 5 weeks, but still watching but not as stringent, hence the pound. I'm really happy with this entire program. Glad my friend shared it with me. Rena. Yep, hCG 8. Thanks for reaching out, because I asked everybody for these responses. I started using the Lipo 10 shots in conjunction with the hCG and liked the results so much that I continue to take them for health and vitality months later. For me, they make a big difference. I take the Lipo 10 shots weekly. They include the following: methionine, inositol. They include the following: methionine, inositol, choline, methylcobalamin, L-carnitine, and B1, B2, B3, B5, and B6. I find that my energy is stable throughout the day. I work out a few times a week and see the added results in muscle tissue and fat loss. Rose. Yep, hCG 9. I used the Ultra Burn and I loved it. It really helped me a lot to keep you in check after you finish the hCG program. I totally recommend it. I felt it helped me keep the weight off and it gave me energy, even when I ate bad, especially at the beginning of P3 when you feel a little weary and insecure. It helps keep you focused. Cynthia. Yep, hCG 10. I did the Lipo shots with B12 along with my hCG, and I have to say I never had so much energy in my life. Wow, Amanda, so that's awesome. Yep, hCG 11. I used the Lipo shots while on hCG and continued on them through maintenance. I love them, all caps. They give me amazing energy and they're worth every penny. I take them 3 times a week, but whenever I miss for any reason, I definitely notice it in my energy level. I believe in my case, they helped me to be successful on the diet. Sheila. Yep, hCG 12. Hi, I've done an assortment of these shots on and off hCG. The ones that work the best for me are a particular brand called Lipovite. I had successful weight loss when not on hCG with these, and when I tried other lipotropic injections, I had little to no weight loss. So perhaps the ingredient amounts were different there, possibly. The plain B12 are useless, but the Lipovite has things like choline and other ingredients that assist your liver in flushing out fat. Yes, and all lipo shots contain choline. Now I do take it on hCG, and I can't tell you if it helps. My weight loss on the hCG is very slow compared to the average. I won't lose any weight for like 5 days, then I'll drop 4 pounds. Right now I'm on week 3 and have not lost anything, so I'm waiting. I know my body, and right now I can tell I'm dealing with inflammation, constipation, and my period. In my opinion, I would save the Lipovite until during P3. Hope this helps. Michelle. Yep, hCG 13. I've done 2 rounds without this, but this time I did a B12/MIC injections. I really did notice a difference. Usually I went to bed super early, but this round I do have more energy. Hope this helps. You've been so awesome and I always appreciate your advice. Joanne. Yep, hCG 14. I used the MIC shots with B12. I noticed a big difference with them. My energy remained high most of the time. I feel it made the whole process quite easy and made my body feel supported even as I had a big reduction in calories. Katie. Yep, hCG 15. I have used lipo shots during my first round and now on my second round, and I can honestly say that on the first round there was never a time that I felt sluggish or depleted, and I followed Dr. Simeon's protocol tooth and nail while using it. It really does help. I'm currently on my second round and decided to come from under the umbrella of a clinic and administer the hCG independently, and so I ordered the hCG combo with the lipo and opted to continue in my regular exercise routine. I questioned whether I would have the strength or energy to forego a workout during hCG, as I did not include one with my first round. But I will say that it's been 15 days and I've lost 15.5 pounds. Woohoo! I feel great even with a hardcore workout. Thank you for the research and for keeping us all current with new and refreshing information regarding the protocol. I truly appreciate what you do. Salasha, that's a pretty name. Yep, hCG 16. I've been using the MIC with B12 and they do give me some energy, but it's not consistent. Susan. Yep, hCG 17. I use the B12/lipo combo shot that was given to me each Monday during the protocol. I think that everyone needs these shots to go with the program. Angela. Yep, hCG 18. I'm currently doing a round. This is the first time I've added the lipo shot. I think it's made a big difference. I definitely have more energy and my mood is better as well. It has made this the easiest round I've done. I was thinking there was B12 in them as well, but I could be wrong. So she's not sure if her lipo had B12. Abby. Yep, hCG 19. I'm using the lipo shots and B12. They've boosted my energy as well as my ability to lose while on the hCG shots. My first round of hCG, there were days I wouldn't lose anything. This is my second round and I'm consistently losing 1.5 pounds a day. That was probably at the beginning of a round. That probably didn't continue. Thank you for offering this on your site. I ordered them when you posted about the new pharmacy. It was super easy to get the script from the doctor. I had them within a few days of ordering. Rebecca. Yep, hCG 20. I use the lipo shots with the hCG shots and then by itself afterwards. The first time around was just hCG. And then the second time I added the lipo 10 with the hCG. And now I'm just maintaining with the lipo. I ordered mine through Rejuvi Medical. I noticed a significant difference in my hunger levels as well as my energy levels. I also felt very low energy and hungry after my hCG regimen while I was maintaining and would slowly start to gain some of my weight back. So I started to take the lipo 10 by itself and saw a difference. Any days I forget to take it, I'm hungry and my energy level drops a little. I turned my friend onto it and she's been taking it for a month by itself. I think she means the lipo by itself, as she doesn't really have a real weight issue, and she's lost 8 pounds and saw a difference also in her hunger and energy level. She exercises a lot, but hasn't been able to lose weight, and she didn't know why. She now swears by this. Chris. So that's interesting. That's a good one. Yep, hCG 21. I have used both the lipo and the B12. Honestly, I see no difference between the two, but either one of them do increase my energy quite a bit. Loretta. So she's probably experiencing most of her benefits from the B12, which is probably in the lipo. Yep, hCG 22. I think the lipo shots help a lot. I did 3 to 4 rounds and used lipo for the last one. It definitely reduced my appetite. If I ever have to do another round, I'll definitely use lipo shots with it. Because of the appetite suppression, I might use lipo shots alone if I have 5 to 10 pounds to lose versus doing another round. Fresco. Yep, hCG 23. I've only done 1 round of hCG, but I wanted to make it the best I could, so I added the lipo with B12. It was intimidating taking the injection since the needle is an entire inch long. That's for intramuscular shots, and most of the lipo and B12 that you get these days will come with subcutaneous, which have much shorter needles. Even if it is an intramuscular, it's probably going to be more like 3/4 of an inch. I had several people administer it to me for the first week and a half before and learned which method was less painful. Ultimately, I found that it was easier to give myself the injection slowly and it was painless. 5 exclamation marks. Outer thigh while sitting down was easiest for me. With that said, I had more energy while on the injections and low-calorie diet than I did before starting hCG. It was during P2 that I began walking again. I'm up to 4 miles now and I'm starting to jog portions of that. I highly recommend taking the lipo B12 with hCG. I won't do it without. Natalie. Yep, hCG 24. Hi, I used the lipo mixed with B12 and injected IM along with the hCG from your trusted sources for where I purchased this. I recently bought some from another source and haven't been happy with it at all. First, they sent no supplies or instructions. Thankfully, I already had some supplies and knew how to inject. I find I lose more belly fat with the lipo than without. I continue to use the lipo in P3 and then cut back to once a week in life. Marilyn. Yep, hCG 25. I use the vitamin B12 with my hCG. It gave me a lot of energy. I never felt drained or deprived. I got it from New Image, which includes it with their hCG to mix with in place of bacteriostatic water. I also took the Ultra Burn injections during phase 3, which seemed to help me stay focused and balanced. In other words, not craving junk food, etc. I still use the Ultra Burn, which has a mixture of amino acids and vitamins, but instead of every other day, once or twice a week. I have kept my 50 pounds off for a year now, and my lean muscle mass is good. Tamara. She sounds like someone I want to contact about an interview. Keeping 50 pounds off for a year, that's fantastic. Yep, hCG 26. I use the lipo, and since working full-time and 70 years of age, thought I should help that wonderful liver. I did not lose more, but felt great. I thought it was worth the health investment, and I look much thinner than the actual pounds lost. The hCG diet works. Pearl. All right, so that was 26 individuals who really felt a difference from taking the lipo and or B12. Now I'm going to give you some feedback from people who felt like they didn't help. I just want to keep this balanced because it certainly doesn't help everyone. So I thought by hearing these different, input from different people, just help give you an idea of what you personally want to try. So, nope hCG 1. And I'm going to give you a few more yep hCGers at the end of this as well. There was more responses. Nope hCG 1. I did both and didn't lose any weight doing any of this diet. Waste of money and effort. Lynn. And I put a little note here because she mentions not losing weight on the diet at all. And to not lose weight on a 500 calorie diet, regardless of whether you've added in lipo or B12, that means there's actually something else going on with your body. Something isn't right with her body, her hormone balance or something, because anyone who does a 500 calorie diet that's in a healthy state would lose weight. So there's probably something else going on with that. And if that has happened to you, I actually have a blog post that discusses how to research hormone imbalances for yourself so that you can hopefully address that. And I'll link to that, okay, in the blog post. Nope hCG 2. I use the lipo B12 combo, and I have to say I didn't notice any appreciable difference. If I go for another round, I won't be spending the extra money for these extras. I was expecting some kind of improvement, especially with B12 and the lipo, but nothing. Brenda. Nope hCG 3. I received the once weekly lipo injections given to me at a clinic, and I honestly did not feel anything at all from them. I have not done hCG without them, however, so it's hard to say whether they actually helped me or not. I do not know that I was at all energized or in a good physical state during hCG. I could hardly get out of bed the entire time. I'm researching, trying to find new ways to help me with my energy levels. Thank you again for everything you do. Megan. Nope hCG 4. Just an FYI. I wanted to try it, but the injections bothered me. I injected the lipo in the upper buttocks area and became sore. The area was swollen and bruised, so I stopped. Perhaps I was doing it wrong. I never tried it again. Nope hCG 5. I used Diet Doc for my first rounds of hCG. Ultra Burn did not help me. I refused any other products. Melinda. Nope hCG 6. The Ultra shot made me feel funny, like a shock to my system, a little hyper and woozy at the same time, so I only got one. Gloria. Nope hCG 7. I tried both the lipo and the B12 with my injections purchased through New Image. I could tell absolutely no difference. I wanted to, but nothing, not a zilch. Wasn't worth the extra money for me personally. Lisa. Nope hCG 8. Hi, yes, I used the MIC shots. Not sure if that's the same as lipo, but I'm pretty sure it is. The burn was unbearable for me. I found out that if you're allergic to sulfa, you should not use this. Not sure if that's why it was so painful. I'm currently on hCG and not using it. I haven't noticed much of a difference yet. This probably doesn't help much. Carrie. It all helps. It all helps. As far as the injection burning though, as she mentioned, if you're allergic to sulfa, that can be an issue. But then also depending on what the ingredients are mixed with in the vial, usually may or may not cause the burning sensation. Nope hCG 9. I've tried the lipo twice, once in conjunction with the B12. I noticed a positive difference in that I had a little more energy when I did the B12 and lipo combo. When I did the lipo by itself, I didn't notice any difference. I probably will not use either one going forward because the difference for me was not that great compared to the extra expense. Madeline. Nope hCG 10. I just finished a course about 2 weeks ago. We did the Lipo MIC shots throughout it, and I still have about 6 weeks of them left. I find them difficult for myself, so I have a coworker that does it for me 3 times a week. Hey, that's trust for you. I honestly did not see much of a difference between the couple weeks that I did not take them because I could not inject myself versus the times when I'm on them. I'm about to start another 50-day course of hCG, but did not order the extra shots this time. I'm going to try it without and see if there's any noticeable difference. I did hCG for the first time about 4 to 5 years ago, and I did not do them then, and I don't remember having any issues, and I lost just as much weight. Thanks again for the great resource and sharing your experiences. Angela. Nope, hCG 11. I did a round of Lipo B12 shots before ever doing hCG. I definitely could tell they increased my energy and my mood. However, when I did them at the end of my first round of hCG, I did not notice any difference at all, and no added loss either. EES. Nope, hCG 12. I have tried the B12 lipo shots, but didn't notice anything different. Andrea. Nope, hCG 13. I used them a while back, only once, because 1, I didn't notice any difference, and 2, it seemed to give me weird, enormous spots, which would appear almost everywhere. Sounds like she had an allergy going on. They stopped right after I finished. Hope that helps a little. Sinead. All right, so that's actually it for the Nope hCGers. There was 13 responses to that about the lipo not really helping. So now I'm going to go back to the Yep hCGers, and we'll continue on with those responses. So Yep hCG 26. I use the lipo injections each time I do hCG. They are definitely worth it. About 1 hour after my injection, I have a ton of energy, which lasts about 4 days. I generally take 2 shots weekly and have energy from the time that I rise around 6 a.m. to around 10 p.m. Wow, I am more alert as well. Jana. Yep, hCG 27. I am doing the lipo while in P2. What a difference. Love it. Have a ton of energy. Sally. Yep, hCG 28. Hi Rizal, I've used lipo shots and B12 with my hCG injections. When I went to a doctor, my hCG included lipo. Then I went once a month for an additional B12. I liked both. When I finished my rounds of hCG, I continued the B12 shots. I stopped them after 6 months, but I think I may go back to them. I've tried giving them to myself, but I think that's too hard. Big needle. I will most likely go back to my doctor for them. So, and just again, with the B12 these days, you don't have to inject intramuscularly. You can, but you can also do the shorter subcutaneous shots. I do feel like the B12 increased my energy level. My doctor told me the lipo would increase weight loss and help with hunger while in hCG. It seemed to work for me. Sue. Yep, hCG 29. I used both, but my situation is specific to my own needs, and this is actually interesting for some of you guys out there. I am compound heterozygous for the MTHFR genes. In short, I have to supplement with methylated B12 because my body is missing the enzyme to turn B12 into the cellularly available form of methylfolate. I have used B12 shots for the past 5 years. And if you guys want to find out if you are missing that enzyme as well, there's actually a blood test you can take to find that out, in which case her experience would apply to you. I don't know how frequently that occurs. The addition of the B12 does provide the energy boost I needed during the diet. I did notice a boost in my energy with the MIC from Rejuvi, and an overall sense of feeling more in control of my cognition and alertness. An additional fact in this whole hCG process is that what the hCG B12 shots have done for my migraines. I suffer severe chronic migraines, average from 20 to 25 migraine days a month, and yes, I am not kidding, I'm so sorry. Both times I went on the hCG B12 diet 5 years ago and last month, my migraine days dropped significantly. I am just finishing up phase 2, and I'm on day 3 of the diet without hCG prior to increasing my calorie intake for phase 3. Within 2 days of no hCG, my migraines came back after having only 3 migraine days during phase 2. My primary care physician is speaking with a migraine peer group about the potential of hCG supplementation as a preventative for chronic migraine. Deborah, that's actually pretty fascinating. Yep, hCG 30. I used them, lipo and B12, in my first 2 rounds and felt they made a huge difference in energy. I did not use them for rounds 3 and 4. I would definitely recommend it. Nisa. Yep, hCG 31. I have used hCG with lipo and without lipo. The first round was without, did 3 weeks, purchased through a doctor's office. Had no energy, was starving all the time. I also did not have the hCG Chica guidance from your blog. Lost 12 pounds. Sad face. Second time around, I did 46 days hCG with lipo, purchased through New Image. I had energy, all caps, and I was not starving, all caps. I followed your blog and watched all the videos. I kept a food journal, weighed myself daily, did my measurements once a week. I did not work out. No weights, only light cardio. Lost 30 pounds, second round. During phase 3, I used Ultra Burn from New Image. I worked out during phase 3, riding my bike. I have worked my way up to 40 miles as of yesterday. Whoa, girl. The Ultra Burn has helped. It's given me energy and helped me lose another 5 pounds. Possibly those 40-mile bike rides help too. I ordered more syringes and will be doing another 30 days. I've been off for 20 days. And by the way, the instructions for injecting these things and how much and all that are on the actual vials that come from the pharmacy. Hope this is helpful. I also have hypothyroid and postmenopausal, 51 years old, and I've been a personal trainer for 24 years. I stopped training after a medical incident and my weight started to climb. My husband at the time of this incident was in Afghanistan. That's a story for another time. I hope this information was helpful. Nadine. Yes, it was very helpful, thank you. Yep, hCG 32. Hi, I took lipo shots in conjunction with the hCG shots and would highly recommend them. I did have a lot of energy and noticed a difference when going to P3 and no longer taking the lipo shots. I'm only on week 3 of my P3 and just started taking the lipo shots again. I've lost a little bit more weight since resuming the shots and feel like it's attributed to the fat-burning qualities of the lipo shots. Sabrina. Yep, hCG 33. I swear by the B12 and the lipo with the hCG. Tony. Short and sweet. This one's more of a story. Yep, hCG 34. I ordered the Ultra Burn MIC B12 shots through New Image Medical. I inject a half cc, 1 full syringe, the ones we use during the P2 of hCG, subcutaneously into my abdomen every morning. I have noticed that if I don't inject it early enough in the day, then I'm wired at night and have trouble falling and staying asleep. So now I am sure to do it first thing in the morning without those side effects. That's actually an interesting point. I'm on my 15th injection. I skipped the weekend because I just forgot and then continued the injections the following Monday. I'm not blown away with the energy it gives me. It's more like a nice steady flow, unlike the jolt that coffee gives me. It actually sounds like a good thing. I've not had to drink coffee every morning due to the nice gentle boost of mental and physical alertness the injections provide. Overall, I'm satisfied with the benefits. I question whether the subcutaneous injections were more or less effective than the 72-hour intramuscular injections I've seen on other websites. These injections do burn going in and there's more to inject than the hCG from P2, but it's not unbearable. Just be sure to pinch the skin during injection and then press firmly on the site for 30 seconds afterwards to avoid a bruise. I skipped the pressing part after 1 day and got a nice green bruise, so now I'm sure to press on the site afterwards and I don't bruise. Heather. Thank you, Heather. That was very useful. Yep, hCG 35. Having experience with MIC, I can share this. The higher the concentration of ingredients, the better the results. So she had a mix in 1 lipo vial that was 1 configuration, and then she said the mix prior to that was almost doubled ingredients and that they worked much, much better. And you know, depending on the company, it will have various amounts. Obviously, if something is more concentrated, it will cost more. So just stuff like that. I suppose you could always inject more or buy more or something like that. Another note she brought out, the cyanocobalamin does not need to be refrigerated. However, it is the least ideal form of B12. So yes, that's true. It's less absorbable. Please compare methylcobalamin to cyanocobalamin for more information on this. And yes, we're doing that. I have injected 1 ml of the methylcobalamin, refrigerated product intramuscular alone with far better and lasting results weekly. Jenny. Yep, hCG 36. Have tried lipo shots when I went to a clinic. They were the intramuscular kind and they were fabulous. Great energy and better weight loss. They really gave my liver a boost. Joy. Yep, hCG 37. There is no question I have more energy for a few days after my shot of B12 and lipo. I also notice a nice drop on the scale the next day, but it's really water weight because I typically blank on the scale the next 2 days. But that's okay. I like the energy bump. Nick. Yep, hCG 38. I have used the Lipo MIC Ultra Burn separately while doing the hCG for 2 consecutive rounds. I lost 22 pounds. Not mixed together, but separate injections. I do not think the refrigeration is good for the vitamin B. I also used it for the P3 stage and swear by it. I'm still using it and will continue to use the Lipo Ultra Burn and B12 alternating days. My Ultra Burn is done on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. B12, Thursday, and Tuesday. I'd be happy to tell you if it helps when exercising. I train with free weights and run. I needed the added energy for my workout program. I love the new company that you added. They have by far the best customer service. I'm sorry, I don't remember which one that was. Oh, and I forgot to mention a really important factor as well. While in P3 stage, I was still burning fat. I'm still in phase 4. I still am in phase 4 too. I can see it melting off. I still would like to lose 5 more pounds, although I'm not sure I can get there. Stacy. Four more, then we'll be done. There was 42 Yep hCG responses. Yep hCG 39. I've done 3 rounds of hCG. 2 rounds 7 years ago, not very successfully. Now, 4 kids later, I've done a very successful round of shots with my doctor. She's been giving the B12 mixed with the lipo. Now, as for the plain lipo, I can't answer for that. But the B12, it really does give you a bunch of energy. B12 is really known for that though. As for the lipo mixed with the shot, I find that after my shots, it makes me not have cravings and or not as hungry. I've had them every other week for 6 weeks. It does seem to affect the scale right after the shot. I lose right away, although it could just be my body. Michelle. Yep, hCG 40. I have used all 3. The B12 was not effective for me. The lipo, well worth the money. The last round I did not buy them. Inches lost was not even close to the times I did use them. In fact, I would never order without the lipo again. The Ultra Burn, I used them 1 time during P3 and felt that they helped to keep the inches lost better and also felt that I had more energy. However, I cannot give that totally to the shots because at a lighter weight there is more energy. I've had a setback and just ordered what is hopefully my last round of hCG with lipo. Love the lipo, well worth the dollars. Hope this is helpful to you and others. Ruth. Yep, hCG 41. Hello. I've used B12/lipo through my hCG journey. I'm in the maintenance phase now and still get them weekly. It definitely gives me more energy. Recommending for all hCG peeps. Smiley face. Angela. Last one. Yep, hCG 42. I have used Ultra Burn for phase 3 from New Image and I think it definitely helps. On phase 3, I used it and only rebounded 5 pounds and kept the weight off until I had foot surgery and then it all went to hell. I think it works a lot better than taking B12 orally, which the brick and mortar clinic here offered. Oh, I lied. I have a few more Yep hCGers. Sorry, let me continue. I thought I was at my last page, but I wasn't. Okay. I think it works a lot better than taking B12 orally, which the brick and mortar clinic here offered, despite it being pharmaceutical grade B12. So she's saying that she felt taking it as an injection was a lot better than taking it orally by mouth. If you have a big enough syringe, you can load them in the same shot. New Image prescription said to administer subcutaneously, not intramuscular. You can do either one. Overall, I think it did help with fatigue, and if you aren't hungry and tired, it's much easier to stick to the program. Cheers, Catherine. Yep, hCG 43. Hi, Rizal. Funny you should ask this. I'm in week 3 of a round, and I'm so tired every day. By 3 p.m., I can hardly keep my eyes open. This is the first round I've done in a long time and the first one without the lipo shots. I'm calling to get a refill on them tomorrow and take them for the rest of this round. They do make a difference in my energy level and they make a difference in my losses. Vicky. Yep, hCG 44. Forgive me, it was RX-MIC that I purchased on my round that worked like a dream. It was the Ultra Burn that I didn't feel helped as much. Cheryl. Yep, hCG 45. Yes, I take B12 with lipo twice a week on hCG. And then all caps, works great. I'm on my second round of hCG. Lost 35 first round, now I'm 1 week in and 12.5 pounds down for my second and last round. Renee. So there you have it. 45 responses from people who felt it was helpful, and you can kind of hear in their words, you know, how it helped them, what their experience was, and then several people who didn't notice any difference. So that's it. That's the feedback there. Hope that helps you guys. Remember, you can get all the show note links and read this type of stuff on the actual blog post, which is either below or in the description. There will be a link depending on where you're watching this video. All right, you guys, talk to you later. Bye.